NFTs are dead. Or are they? See, I've been deep in NFTs since the hype days. I saw $1 million JPEGs, overnight influencers, rug pulls, and ridiculous wins. So what happened? And how come NFTs are still a thing today? Let's dive in. The golden age of NFTs started around 2021, 2022, where a lot of prominent collections like CryptoPunks or Bored Apes started taking momentum. We also had the $69 million Beeple sale that gave a lot of exposure to NFTs. Prominent celebrities started talking about NFTs, namely Gary Vee, who onboarded a lot of his following into NFTs. Celebrities started putting Bored Apes as their profile picture, like Justin Bieber and Eminem. FOMO started kicking in. Flipping culture became a thing. Everyone wanted a piece of the hype. See, NFTs felt like they could never die. We reached a point where peak euphoria had set in. And then the question of what went wrong, a couple of things come to mind. Number one, the over-financialization of something that was never meant to be all too financial. NFTs became just a numbers game. Who could flip the most NFTs for the most amount of profit? And the reality of that behind the scenes is it creates a player versus player environment, a PvP environment, where more people started caring about flipping than they ever did about the art and the community behind NFTs. Reason number two is at their peak, NFTs had some of the largest scams, rug pulls, fake promises. Even the brands that didn't end up scamming their audiences ended up under-delivering on all of their promises. And reason number three, the bear market hit across all industries. Stocks were falling down, crypto was falling down, and NFTs also started falling down. Even legit projects started struggling, keeping momentum, or even keeping their doors open. A lot of projects ended up closing because they ran through their budget, because they ran through their treasury, emptied it out. And this would last all throughout the coming bear market. A lot of people ask the question, are NFTs dead? And the reason they say that is a lot of the floor prices for NFTs have gone down drastically. 90%, 95%, 99%, 100%. And volume at the same time, the liquidity that is inside the NFT market has also gone down drastically. However, volume being down does not mean that it is gone forever. What did actually die is speculation and quick, easy money. What's quietly growing though are real use cases, brand IPs, art loyalty, ticketing, gaming, RWAs. I mean, you just simply cannot say NFTs are dead when you have collections like Pudgy Penguins, an art IP that is sitting at a floor price of $22,000. When you have a historical NFT like CryptoPunks that is casually sitting right now at $100,000. If NFTs were dead, we wouldn't have a single collection that's anywhere near these prices. This means that people are still, to this day, valuing these collections up to X amount of money. Look, at their core, NFTs are nothing more than digital collectibles that can be authenticated on the blockchain. Something a lot of collectibles lack. Imagine if you could authenticate your Rolex, your Louis Vuitton, and never have to encounter the risk of buying a fake. That's exactly the technology NFTs offer. Are we ever going to see an NFT bull run like the one we've seen in 2021, 2022? I don't know. What I do know is that the fundamental technology behind NFTs is not dead and will not die. I mean, think about it. The global collectibles market is at a $400 billion market cap. The entire NFT market currently is at $4 billion. That is 1% of the world's collectibles market. And as we evolve through this digital age of the internet, where everything we do is digital, most of the time we spend is digitally. It's only natural that as time progresses, more and more people start collecting things digitally, or even just start owning things that are verifiable on the blockchain. I mean, hell, we have that to some extent. Look at Fortnite skins. In 2023 alone, Epic Games made over $3.5 billion from skin sales alone. What happens if the game ever shuts down? What happens if the company ever shuts down? It's not like we've never heard of games shutting down before. you would forever lose access to that skin that you've paid so much money for, or that collectible. This is the problem NFTs solve for, which is why moving forward, I believe we're going to start seeing more and more collectibles, digital collectibles, not even being marketed as NFTs, but that will be NFTs behind the scenes or employ NFT technology. I mean, look at Reddit avatars. Look at the recent uptick of tradable Telegram stickers. Pudgy Penguins alone have made about $2 million from selling Telegram stickers that are NFTs. So expect to see more utility-based NFTs as we go forward. Whether that's gaming, identity, on-chain memberships, you name it. We'll slowly notice a shift from hype to infrastructure and storytelling. NFTs aren't dead, they're just evolving. If you're still in NFTs for a quick flip, then yeah, tough luck. But if you care about the tech, the community, the long-term brand building, then NFTs are just getting started.